All right, guys, this is gonna be one you're either gonna wanna grab a cup of coffee for, grab a pint. You're gonna need to sit down for a little while. This is one of the biggest drops we ever had. Let's get locked in. I got a lot of new stuff for you this week. Man, we have a absolute mega drop for you guys this week. This is one of the biggest drops we've ever had. I think this will probably take that first position on length anyways. I don't know. I mean, we got some cool stuff. If you're not familiar with us, we are Tackle Bros Fishing. That's our official handle for everything. If you guys want to give us a follow, we have all the regular stuff. We got the Instagrams, we got the Facebooks, we got the, I mean, you're here, so you know we have a YouTube. If you want to follow me personally, you can follow me at TacklePrez on Instagram. That's where we just kind of post some like BTS stuff, man. I mean, more just like kind of like a regular Instagram page. But we go to Japan a lot, so you guys can see some of the behind the scenes Japan stuff. This week we're posting stuff that we're working on filming for you guys to show you some of the newer products and just how things work and real recommendations. And you can also message me there with any questions you have, and I try to get to them as soon as I can. Or you can message the guy behind the camera, that is Ashton at QTR_46. Like I said before, man, this is one of the biggest drops we've ever done. I have so much like restock / new products / new brands, and half of it didn't show up this week. So we're gonna probably end up having another one next week if things get going. Basically, there's been a big holiday in Japan, so a couple things were delayed. I knew they had a holiday, I just didn't know how long it was.
Yes.
So we are hopeful next week, if not the following week, but 2 brand new brands to the store again.
One I'm excited for.
Well, one you basically harassed me to bring in, which I like it also, but like you kind of really pressed me to bring it in. I don't even know where to start, man.
I do.
Where should I start?
El Clasico.
Start with Hideki,
Oh yeah.
the boy.
Yeah, oh yeah.
First off, with Teckel, all things Teckel, mega restock. So anything we were out of, like we were out of a ton of colors of Honker frogs, Sprinker frogs, Kicknockers. Everything should be back in stock. There's even like additional colors. Like I think this is a new color of Sprinker, see-through. So just a more ghosty white color, which is great. Sprinker is a frog whopper plopper, basically. One of the coolest frogs you can use. I like really throwing this up against cover, bringing it down the line. If you fish a whopper plopper and there's some grass around and you're getting hung up in those trebles, this is the guy. If there's anything you're getting caught on, just switch to one of these. It works phenomenally. And then Honker frog is actually my favorite frog that he makes. This is one with metal legs. You bring it into a hole, give it a little shake, those legs click together. It's kind of like a bluegill clicking sound if you've ever heard that. That's kind of where this guy shines. Again, all the good colors like the bluegills, the camos, the black blues, orange belly blue. So I think this is a new one. This is a new one. So this is like a sort of camo style, but it also has that OB, which is pretty dope. And then we also have snakehead. So all of the anything Teckel you can think of is back in stock. I'm gonna highlight some of, we also have new products from Teckel for us this week, like Sharkers. I mean, a bunch of Sharkers. Most of them should be back in stock. I don't know if all of them are. Like Kicknockers, man, I got so much stuff. Kicknocker Pup, SPEC 2 Kicknockers. If you're not familiar with the SPEC 2, this is a little bit heavier, so it's gonna sit down in the back. I don't know why I'm showing you the back of the package. This is a regular Kicknocker. This is a SPEC 2. So it can help you with hookup ratios if they're just kind of coming up and sucking it in. You switch to a SPEC 2. That hook's now a little bit further down in the water. They both walk amazingly. This one just has a little bit better casting distance as well as sits a little bit further down, better hookup ratio if they're not fully committing to that top water blow up. It's a great one if you're fishing in rougher water. And obviously if you can't quite get into where you need to get, longer casting distance. Another great option in the lineup. The BDs are all back in stock as well. So every single size in Kicknocker, we have everything back. Let's go over some restocks that we haven't had in a very long time. You like throwing bladed jigs?
Love throwing bladed jigs.
I'm kind of the bladed jig guy here.
You are.
Like I love bladed jigs. It's one of my favorite ways to fish, something I do a ton of. And Teckel has a very unique bladed jig. So this is going to be the Bladewaker. We've had these before. This is nothing new. We just haven't had them for a long time. So the Bladewaker is a unique bladed jig because it's actually designed to be fished kind of on the surface. So it's a bladed jig essentially. You can fish this subsurface if you want. I've done it a bunch, had a ton of success on it. Also comes with a great weed guard, which is, you know, on brand for Teckel. You're probably going to be around grass and slop and toolies, pencils, whatever you call them. This is a waking bladed jig. So you're gonna get that bladed jig vibration that's gonna call them in. You're also gonna get a waking action that's gonna call them in. So just a little bit of a different, completely different look if you're a bladed jig guy. This is one I've had in my arsenal for a very long time. It's been a while since we've restocked these, man.
Been a very long time.
They've been out of stock for an extremely long time. Hideki is amazing at skirting material. As you can see, this is that black-blue color that they do. I'll run through the colors on these very quickly because we haven't had these in any good quantities in probably 2 years, right?
At least.
Yeah, so if you're a fan of Teckel, wake baits, bladed jigs, this is the guy for you. Pearl white, kind of a classic color for me. Citrus shad.
Beautiful color.
Green pumpkin. Silver shiner. Way down south, we got the fire craw. So this one actually has a painted blade. Sprayed grass. Really good color there. Bubblegum. So, I mean, this color has kind of been
taken over recently.
Yeah, like if you guys are looking for like a bubblegum pink bladed jig style bait, Teckel makes one. And then we also have bluegill, so just a classic bluegill color for you guys to do. I love this bait. You guys should definitely check it out. Bladewaker from Teckel, now in stock. We also had a ton of requests to bring in the Sprinker Frog spare tails, so we have done so. You're gonna get 4 to a pack. We're gonna have all the colors so you can match up with your current Sprinker Frog if those tails get ripped off. I know you get a spare one in the box, but you know, if you're catching a lot of fish on it, you're gonna wanna grab some spares. We're gonna have bone, clear silver glitter, watermelon, smoke, and also pearl white. You can also mix and match. So if you just kind of want to freestyle your own Sprinker combination, this is a good way to do so. Oh, we also have blue, black blue, blue, not black blue, blue. Next up, also from Teckel, we have restocked the incredible popping walking bait, the Duckroaker. Now this is a really unique bait. 3-inch body, so just the body itself is 3-inch. We're gonna be about 6.25 inch with this little tail section here. Hidden in that tail section, you're gonna have a rattle. So this is gonna help to draw in the fish if they're maybe a little bit not so curious. This should give them an easier target if they're, you know, if you're in really muddy water or you're fishing around a lot of slop, this is a good little, you know, option that you can throw. The reason why I like this guy is because it pops so well. It also walks very well. And then you have that addition of this. It also has a little tying point if you want to throw a blade or something like that on there just to give a little bit more, you know, drawing power. I've never done it, but this guy for me has always been enough to really bring them in. Tons of different colors. Also have some silicone stranding here on the side just to move a little bit of water. Extra action is never unappreciated in top water. You're always looking to really draw something in, and this is a big fish one. If I'm around big fish and I know that I can get, if I have the opportunity to get a giant, I love throwing the Duckroaker. It draws in the big ones first and foremost for me. So one of my favorite frogs from Teckel. I will run through the colors really quick because it's been about 2 years since we've had a proper restock on these guys. This one right here is going to be the pearl white color. So great one there, classic. We're also going to have the bluegill, blackbird, crystal chartreuse. It's a nice one. Green pumpkin. Something to consider with frogs, man. The top is for you. The bottom is for the frog. So a lot of times, I don't really care what the top looks like. I mean, all these colors are phenomenal. Like there's another one, there's black, blue. You can do frog fishing with 3 colors. You can do it with a green belly, you can do it with a white belly, you can do it with a black belly. If you want to get crazy from there, totally up to you. But if you're just starting out frog fishing and you have those 3 different color combinations, you're gonna be pretty well set. There's obviously times when an orange belly works, there's obviously times when a red belly works, but for the core of your frog fishing, those 3 belly colors are probably the most important. We're also gonna have gizzard shad, baby duck, bone. Like this is one of my, like if I have a frog, I always carry a couple bones. And then hologram bone. So if you're a fan of giants, popping, walking, pop, lock, and drop it with the Teckel Duckroaker. Lastly, and a brand new product for us from Teckel, we have decided to bring in the Teckel Drunker crankbait. Now, the reason why I'm always hesitant to bring in crankbaits is, for the most part, they kind of all work the same, and we're not really a big crankbait area, but this one's actually pretty unique. So Hideki has designed this essentially to be a extremely wide wobbling and hard diving. So a lot of times you miss some key areas when you're crankbaiting because you're trying to get down, but a lot of them kind of just do one of these, right? And they come up. This one has been designed, you can see it's got a very flat back and it tapers down very long to the tail here, which is essentially turning the whole bait into a bill. So this guy is gonna go, shoot right down, skitter across the bottom, and come right back up. Not a lot of these style of crankbaits do that. Now, if you're a fan of a hard knocker, this is gonna have 2 tungsten rattles in it. One is gonna be a hard knocker. So you're gonna get tons of different sound from this. Ultra wide wobbling action, 2 inches, 3/8 ounce. So easy to throw, perfect little compact size. I have been asked to bring this in for so long, but I'm always so hesitant on crankbaits. And then, you know, we start talking and he's explaining it to me and I'm like, wow, that makes so much sense to just have something that is essentially the entire bait is a lip. The flatness in the back is pretty much the same diameter as the actual lip. This is gonna be an 8 to 10 foot diver. So, you know, you can obviously adjust that a little bit with line, but out of the box, 8 to 10 foot diver, tons of awesome colors. I'm gonna start right here with Phantom Green Craw. Just like, oh, so good, dude. You like that?
I like that.
Red Craw. I don't understand the red bait thing. If you guys explain to me the red bait, I know there's red craw.
Well, what I'm thinking is they just, yeah, I think there's red craw, but I feel like that.
But like, why do red bladed jigs work? Why do red swim jigs work? Why do red swim baits work?
Tannic water, murky water, they want something that's bright.
We're just assuming. If you live down south, explain to me the whole red thing. Yes. I don't get it. Phantom red craw, phantom brown craw. So all the phantoms are gonna be slightly transparent. So you're gonna get some sunlight into the bait, which is great. Old yellow, basically kinkuru. Molten craw, so red belly.
Orange belly.
Sorry, orange belly, thank you, sir. And then one that I'm actually familiar with. This is hot craw, basically fire tiger.
Yep.
Those are the colors you need for crankbaiting, honest to God.
It is.
Like that's the core of crankbaiting colors. So if you guys are a fan of, you know, throwing little 2-inch crankbaits, check those out from Teckel now. All right, brand new bait company to the store. This is gonna be the Whiplash Factory Flutterin wire. So this is gonna be a top water prop style escape bait. Now, if you're not familiar with escape baiting, essentially you're trying to mimic an escaping bait fish, like a bluegill or a shad or something like that, trying to get away from a bass chasing it. You'll see a lot of them like kind of wake on the surface. This is designed to be something similar. You have a prop on the back that's obviously gonna be rotating, giving a little bit of action, some micro vibrations, don't kill me in the comments. And then you're also gonna have a little blade down there, just having a finessier approach. You can see it's a pretty small blade, but it's also going to, you know, give you a little bit of flash, something for them to hone in on. Tons of great colors. That's kind of the big thing that I actually really like about Whiplash Factory. I'm gonna show you one color that is absolutely lights out. 1/2 ounce, sorry, 12.6 grams, 75 millimeters. So not a big bait. It's essentially like the size of a spy bait, just a little bit fatter. And yeah, a topwater. So this color right here is called Gizzard Shad, obviously. Sawayaka Kanahira. This is the one. Matte Ghost Minnow. This is one of the best colors in a hard bait I've ever seen. Yeah, I have nothing more to say. Seraphic Clear OC. Banded Minnow, essentially bluegill. This is a breeding bluegill, so slightly pregnant. Adayaka Karabasu, FB Pearl Silverwing. So you get a little tattoo on the side there. That's gonna be the first one we're gonna bring in from Whiplash Factory. Those are all the FP models. So if you're looking them up, there's a couple different models. There's a floating and then there's a sinking model. This is the FP, so floating with prop. Check those out from Whiplash Factory. Also back in stock from Zappu, we got 2 of probably the hottest products Zappu has out right now. PD choppers in 3/8 and halves. If you're not familiar with a PD chopper, just type in PD chopper on YouTube. The video is gonna come up. Guy absolutely smashed them on this thing. You can rig it 2 different ways. You can either thread it completely onto the hook, or if you look in really close there is a screw lock that you can screw your bait on that kind of rig it a little bit weedless if you want. 3/8 and 1/2 ounce back in stock. And then also the RPZ Talisman system hook is back in stock. So Coike guys, if you're throwing anything like that, you're throwing a dice, this is just a great little option. You can put your own little weight on there. It's essentially like a micro Jika, keeps it really close to the bottom. This is the hook if you're throwing Coike, man. Yeah, so check these out from Zappu as well. I'm just going through a couple little restocks here. Also from Gamakatsu, we got all the Horizon heads back in. We also got the Horizon LG Plus G, so this is the one with the weed guard on it. I actually like this one a lot, man. I use it a lot when there's that sparse grass. So, you know, when you're fishing those flats and you're strolling for the fish and they're kind of in and out of that more sparse grass, this is a great one. Just keeps your hook a little bit cleaner, a little bit longer. So check those out. And then also from Gamakatsu, we're kind of heading down this line where we're gonna start to bring in some more swim baits, so more swim bait accessories. This is the Big Bait Special Hook from Gamakatsu, just more properly designed for bigger baits. Ultra strong hooks, they work. Oh, yeah. I've been using them, they work really good. So only 3 sizes right now, a number 1, a number 1/0, and a 2/0. If you guys are looking for, you know, just a different hook for some of your swim baits, the Big Bait Specials are in now from Gamakatsu. All right, let's have a look at Megabass now. So the lipless crankbaits from Megabass have kind of been gone for a while. I know they had a stock that I kind of missed out on maybe a couple months ago, but this week we have all the Vibration X Ultras back in stock. So this is that full-sized lipless crankbait. We're gonna have it in the rattling version and then also in the silent version. So most of these colors are gonna come in both. If it's only in one, I'll kind of let you know. And then we also got the Rattle Vibration X Smartas. So this is a smaller little, show it for comparison there that you can see. Quite a substantial size difference. So this guy is going to be 64.5 millimeters, half ounce. This is the Smarta, the smaller one. And then the bigger guy here is going to be 76 millimeters, 5/8 ounce. So you can kind of match and size into whatever you want. They got a ton of awesome colors now available in these guys, which we will run through really quick. I'm gonna do the Smartest first. I think that's kind of the play. So we'll start here with Edo Tennessee Shad, Strike Chartreuse, it's a really good one. GLX Double Chartreuse, so you're kind of gonna get like that GLX glitter pattern as well as the chartreuse, obviously. Kasumi Edo, GG Brilliant Shad, so really good shad imitator. Fine Art Peacock, so realistic looking peacock. Wild Craw, GG Oikawa, and finally GP Megabass Sexy Shad 2. So tons of great colors in the Smartas, and then I'll run through the Ultras for you as well. If you guys are a fan of lipless crankbaits, this is one of the better ones, I would say. Okay, and then in the Vibration X Ultras, so we're gonna have this guy here. This is Wild Craw, both styles, Rattle and silent. Gilco, Megabass Kinkuru, one of my favorites. Love that gold, man. If you live in and around our area, there's this thing called Core, the gold. Gold works everywhere. And then just in the silence, we are gonna have Megabass Bream. It's a cool color, man.
Does not look anything like a Bream.
Doesn't look like a Bream. It's like almost like a kind of hybrid blueback chartreuse with a Bream colored back. And Kasumi Ito. And then Rattle in, we're gonna have Matt Tiger, GG Oikawa, Brilliant Shad again, Strike Chartreuse, GP Megabass Sexy Shad 2, and finally Edo Tennessee Shad. So if you're a fan of, you know, Megabass lipless crankbaits in general, check those guys out. Now, another thing we've been waiting on from Megabass is the new Respect Series GLX S Spawn Cherry. They've lost the box on me. We've been waiting. So if the box shows up, I'm just gonna put it online. I'm not gonna be able to show you guys everything because I literally only received the X Nanohan 75s and the Vibration X Smarta, but all of them, I believe, got sent to Vancouver and now they're coming back to us. Hopefully we get them before this goes live for you guys. And if they do, all the Respect GLXS Spawn Cherry will be available. It's a great color, so you guys are probably familiar with it in some of the... Do I have one? I should, man. I love this color. Okay, so this is GLXS Spawn Cherry. Obviously, I'm not gonna be able to show you guys all of the models available because we haven't received it, but this is an amazing clear water color for me. If you fish a lot of smallmouth, clear lakes, largemouth, lead it too. Smallmouth seem to like that pink color a little bit more. This is a very translucent pinkish color. It also has that GLXS coating on it, which is going to give it that little bit of a glitter effect as well. Slight yellow hit on the bottom. Everything on this bait is very, very subtle. I love the red eye, man. That's one of my favorite features about this guy. This is a confidence color for me, man. I mean, it's definitely in my heavy rotation top 5 for me. So super fish catching bait, and I like that. I like some of the respects of the collectibles, but this is actually a very fishable one. So if you guys have been looking for those, hopefully they're available. If not, I'm just gonna shoot them up online. Maybe we'll post something on Instagram when they all become available. I think we're like the last guys in the world to get them. So check those out for Megabass. GLXS Spawn Cherry, respect number
76.
76? Okay, respect 76. Also, last thing for Megabass, we have the zip lure cases in. These are just clear, soft plastic. Put a little ringlet through them. So if you have like a special hard bait or something that you want to put in these guys, there's a couple different options. These ones are very small, so I think you're gonna have to put smaller than a jerk bait, right? Maybe you could put a junior in there.
You probably put junior in there.
This one you can kind of put a couple things in. So if you guys were looking for these, we got these as well. Let's go to Hideup, man. So this week, Hideup, we got a couple new products, which I'm very excited about. You're familiar with the Coike shrimp?
I've heard about them.
Have you heard about the bigs?
I've heard about the bigs.
The
Heard
mediums?
about the mediums.
The regular Coikes?
I have.
Minis. So this is actually a really dope size. This is probably the best size if you're looking to like drop shot these, any like ultra finesse type of application, and they're available in great colors. So we'll use the regular ones quite a bit. You're throwing them on a Ned rig.
On a Ned rig.
Yeah, and they're drop shotable, but this is more of a like, you know, for me anyways, if you're looking to fish this kind of like a dice, I'd probably go minis.
Yeah.
Right?
Fair.
If you want to get in that standard dice size. So these guys are going to be 2 inches, very small, 1.5 grams. If I had to recommend a hook, I'd say either a number 4 or number 6 drop shot hook. That would be my preference. I fish a lot of the dice style stuff on 4s and 6 already, and this is going to kind of fall in that category. Those little hairs, I mean, we already kind of know what this concept of bait is doing in the water. And available in a ton of great colors, which I will run through for you guys right now. Now, this week I'm trying to, I mean, we have so much stuff that I'm just trying to like power through it a little bit. If you have any questions where you want to deep dive in on something like this, feel free to reach out to me, reach out to Ashton. Instagram is the best place to do that. Like both of us check our Instagram pretty regularly, but if you want to just message the shop, absolutely, give us a call. And then we can really, if you're looking to exactly figure out how everything's going to be done, this week is like, I mean, there's too much stuff. We would be a 2-hour drop this week.
Yeah.
But if you want to deep dive on anything we're going to talk about, we're always welcome to do that. All right, rapid fire colors. Green pumpkin chartreuse, light green pumpkin, sunset shrimp. So you're going to have like a little bit of more pink hue on the bottom and then more like a, it's kind of like a smoky color on top. Ebi Dappy, good color there. Clear Ebi Miso. And finally, Army Sugar. Also from Hideup this week, we've decided to bring in the Stagger Craws in the 4-inch and the 3.3-inch. Now, if you're not familiar with Stagger Craws, I can help you with that. So this is the Hideup Stagger Craw. There we go. So Hideup has essentially designed this to be fished any way you want. You want to Carolina rig this? No problem. You want to free rig this? No problem. You just want to Texas rig it? You can do that. You're going to have 10 little undulating appendages off the side, and then these guys here, we're all familiar with this style of claw at this point. They're basically going to do this on the way down. It also has a very flat bottom, so if you're throwing this like on that Carolina rig or on that free rig, it's going to help it suspend a little bit longer, so the fall is going to be a lot slower. Really cool overall bait that will just do a little bit of everything in a craw profile. Tons of great colors though. That's one thing that I really like. I actually like this, man. I like that more slim down profile of craws. If you want to punch with this, I mean, it's probably going to be decent. You probably have to rip these appendages off, but it's a cool little slim down profile little craw bait. So we have a ton of colors. So we'll start here with green pumpkin gold. I'm going to show you the back of the package just because you can see the colors better. Green pumpkin gold, Issei GillGill, Maka Craw. This is almost, it's so close to Scuppernong. Bottom bait, that's a dope color, man. It's like a smoky green pumpkin. Really dope color. We're gonna have solid black.
Love to see that.
You're also gonna have green pumpkin, which we also love to see. Ebi Dappy, so more of like a sandy shrimp-like color. Shinakake Gill. And Sen Craw, which is essentially like it's almost like June bug meets like that sapphire blue. Yeah, okay. So that's all the colors for the 4-inch, and then in the 3-inch, we're also gonna have the green pumpkin gold, the Ebi Dappy, Muscle Tenaga, dope color, and then green light gill. So just those 4 in the 3.3 for now, but we'll have more stock on them over the course of time. So if you're a fan of Hideup, you're looking for a new craw to try out, or you're looking to do more of like a finesse approach on the Coike shrimp, check all that stuff out. Glitch oil. Dude, so this stuff is so confusing to me, but I use it, but I never really know what I'm using it for. Because all the oils are designed for different things. So what I'm gonna do, I brought in a couple. Glitch oil is the most premium oil you're gonna be able to find. I full-heartedly stand by that. I'll show you the one that I use mostly. They're all designed to do slightly different things. I'm actually just gonna read off the package here. So, this is the Creep, very low viscosity. Viscosity number 3 is closer to water than a high-spec run bike. It falls into the category of ultra low viscous oil. Characteristic is temperature changing. There is no change in viscosity. Okay, so that makes sense. So it doesn't matter if it's hot or cold, the viscosity of this is gonna pretty much stay the same. Dude, I'm the worst reader of all time.
The cool thing though, he's translating this from Japanese to English.
It has excellent heat resistance and permeability, top level numerical value for tonnage performance and lubrication level increase. In addition, Zoil-based special additives are blended. The oil is a tortoise.
Tortoise oil.
It's not tortoise oil, dude. I don't know why it says that. That is recreating a very smooth and tough metal surface. It is a treatment agent. Metal surfaces like the chloride-based additive, stronger metal surface instead of micron melting. It has super regenerative properties. Dude, this is a highly viscous oil. So basically, it's kind of like water, and it's not going to change. If it's hot, if it's cold, it's going to stay this viscous. That's the Creep. I'm not even going to try to read this other one, dude. Oh, this one's shorter. Okay. This is the one that I use. This is a very high viscosity one. So this one's very viscous. You can see how long it takes to kind of conform. Nope. This is the purple one. This is the Evo 2000. That's the one. This is the one that I've actually used a lot. The ultra viscous power oil Evo 2000 has started life. The oil is far more viscous than conventional competing oils. This oil is not just hard, but is also extremely high viscous and well penetrates narrow clearances. It adheres closely to the high precision and complex friction surfaces to prevent wear. I like this one. Maybe you want something with a bit more viscosity, try the yellow one. Either way, both are now available. They both come with these little application little brushes. So if you've been looking for like an oil, like a super high-end oil, check out the Glitch stuff. I can attest that it's badass. It's just figuring out which one works for you, man. They make like 20. So maybe I'll bring in like a couple at a time just to see, you know, what everybody's kind of liking. But these are the two I brought in today. That's going to be, the first one is Creep and the second one is the Evo 2000. So check those out. All right, this is a request from you.
Yes, it was.
This is the Seaguar Grandmax FX. So this is actually a request from Ashton. This is a very soft, durable, so this is like what it said, like 130 times more
stretch,
more stretch and durability than regular of their leader line.
Yes.
So this is a leader line, 60 mils. It's very expensive.
60 mils, 60 meters.
60 meters, sorry. 60 meters. It's very expensive, but if you need it, you'll know why you need it. I don't use this one. You do. What are you using it for?
Let's say I'm just trigger happy.
Okay.
I'm just pulling the bait out of the fish's mouth.
Okay.
This basically makes it super stretchy. It'll turn like my medium light rod, and it'll kind of fish like a.
It'll just give it that little bit of extra bend in the middle.
So like if I'm like when we're on like Lake Ontario,
yep,
and we're super deep, I'm like, oh, I don't want to have a hook step. I want to like just lean into them. I use this.
So very small sizes, like 4.9 kgs. That's like just shy of 12 pound. Then 3.85 is like 10 pound. Like it's down to about 5 pound test. Use the PE rating. So that little number right there, see that little 2.5? That's what you're gonna wanna square up to if you're trying to either replace or match something that you currently already have. The PE rating is the best way for all of us to familiarize ourselves with line size. This is a very supple line, like you just said. It's very stretchy, it's very soft, it's unique. If you need it, you need it. Very expensive. Check out this from Seaguar, right?
Yeah.
again, this is something you requested from me, and obviously, like, I listen to you guys when you guys want something, so I brought in a little bit of it. I'm gonna try it. Yeah. I know you love it.
I love it.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not a huge Seaguar guy, so I think that's probably why I've just kind of stayed away from it.
It's the only line I found that's like, that has that stretch.
Right, and that softness.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the softness is obviously going to be great for like memory. If you guys are struggling with memory, like there's some lines out there that are just terrible for it. That softness is going to allow you to just, it's a little bit nicer on the memory, basically. All right, Issei. Now, Issei is quickly became one of the bigger brands in the shop for us. This week I got a ton of new products and some restocks. I'm going to do the restocks first really quickly. A bunch of new colors and restocks in the AK Chunk. So this is obviously their chunk in both sizes. So both in the 3.4 and the 4-inch. Those are now back in stock. You guys remember this guy? Yeah. 3.3 size, full restock across the board. So if you missed out on that first load, if you guys missed out on the first drop of these guys, the larger size is back in stock. Lyre minnows, same thing, 3 and 4 inches, a bunch of restocks all over the board. This is just a great one to have in the boat, man. We nose hook drop shot the 3-inch a lot. I love that you can put your own eyes on it. Pretty self-explanatory. And then Sakana Lyre minnow flats are back in stock, as well as some additional colors. So another drop shotting bait that we use a ton. Comes with the eyes. You can make it look like it's doubled up, which I love double eyes. So check these guys out. And now we have a new addition in the, it's that Sakana, but it is the GillGill. So this is essentially this guy, but in a double gill form. Same premise, you can still double the eyes up, similar to that Sakana. You can fish it how it is out of the package. Should I get one that's more opaque? Let's get one that's more opaque. So you can fish it just out of the package like that. Again, there's locations for eyes on both of the little fish. Or if you want to downsize, you can just separate it right here at the nose, and then you have a single gill. So it's just an expansion basically on the Sakana. This is more of a slender profile. This is more of that, it's very thin, but a little bit taller of a profile. So interchangeable, maybe mix them up. I think this is a dope bait, man. I can't wait to throw this. This is the first time I've actually had these. They've been out for a while, but I've been having a lot of success on these guys. I expect the same with these ones. We're gonna run through the colors on these really quickly. So we'll start with number 69, nice. Kuisaburi Pumpkin, Akamatsu Secret Green, Swamp Bait, little AK smoke action, and finally Young Gill. So just 5 colors for now, 2.8 inches, pretty dope little bait. Kind of make it your own. I'm not gonna open these because I'll never throw them, but someone will throw them.
Yes.
I actually bought this because I think it's a dope kind of big fat daddy worm. This is the 10-inch Spaten from Issei. Now, again, I'm not going to open these because then I'm going to own it, but essentially it is a gigantic 10-inch worm. It's actually pretty girthy.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's a pretty girthy worm. So they make a bait called a spatula, and that's kind of the concept of the tail. So it's a little bit flatter of a tail. This doesn't play for me.
Not every.
I know somewhere someone is looking at this going, that's the one. I only got 2 colors. That's all they had. I tried to, you know, if I see something that I think is going to work somewhere, generally, I'm going to probably pop on it. This is one that just instantaneously, I seen it, I was like, yep, I know there's a guy out there for that. And maybe that's you. It's not me.
No.
I don't know why they put it in this package, man.
I know, you can't even see the color, man.
This one's green pumpkin chartreuse, man. I wish it wasn't green so that I could show you guys a little bit better. Should I just open one, dude?
No.
I don't want to. I'm not going to do it. This is green pumpkin chartreuse. Take my word for it. For some reason, the back of the package is green. I can't even... It's definitely green. Okay, I can see it there. Green pumpkin chartreuse. And then this is green pumpkin pearl belly. We got to talk to Johnny.
What?
This is in here as green pan pearl berry. This one's green pan / chart. It's like, bruh.
We know what it is.
Like, you just, like, live in the lines. Next, another new product from Issei. This week, we have the Gilling Flat Jr. So this bait's been out for a long time. This bait's been replicated a million times. This is basically the original style of bluegill swimming bait. Now this one's actually really cool. So again, Issei standard. They're gonna put eyes in the package for you. Now you're gonna notice this thing. You're gonna go, what is that? Well, on top of these baits, there is a little chamber. Hopefully you can see that, Ashy.
Yeah.
You can insert that to make this more of a high float. So that little bit of, you know, styrofoam tubing is going to act as a floatant. You can nose hook it if you want. A lot of guys will actually fish this kind of sideways, is one of the ways that's probably, what?
Dead rig.
It's called dead rig. Okay, perfect. So if you know, maybe they'll know. So you can fish this as a dead rig, which essentially is you put that in there, it's going to bring it up, and then as you bring it across the water, this will do a little bit, but that's one of the two ways to fish it. The other way, you could put a ball head in here if you want. You could put a little, you know, 2-aught style hook. You can nose hook it, which is another way that I really like to fish it, and then it just swims along. So another really dope bait from Issei. We only got 3 colors right now. You want to guess this color because you've been saying it all day to me?
Green pumpkin chartreuse.
Green pumpkin chartreuse. And then this one that I was holding up by itself is reservoir bait. So pretty dope one. And then lastly, we have weed shad. So they're pretty compact, 80 millimeters in length. Just another cool little bluegill bait that you can throw. If you're around bluegills, we're around a ton of bluegills. You fish a lot of ponds. A really good one to have. All right, now this is one that I'm probably mostly excited for, if we're being honest. This is honestly one of the reasons why I brought an Issei in the first place, because I've been using this bait for a very long time.
Open a color, we'll throw on Friday.
That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, he's gonna cop out and take cream pumpkin. I am. So,
no, you're not. Why would you?
What do you mean?
Don't they have like electric shad?
No, they don't really have an electric shad. I looked, man. Ooh. I don't mind your color. No, you know what? I'm gonna do this one because it's safe.
Okay.
And then I wish we just had the boat here and I could grab the ones from a boat, but I don't. So we're gonna go safety here, buddy. So this is the Katakuchi worm. Now you're probably looking at this guy going, man, that looks like a mid-strolling bait. And it is. And it's a great mid-strolling bait and it rolls amazingly. It does everything you would want it to do. But for me, I'm gonna do the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Show them how we throw it.
Yeah. Dude, and this is tough because they are actually one of the only ones that make like a black. I should open the black.
Nice.
Don't know what I was thinking, man. All right. So there it is with the eyes on. It looks phenomenal. One thing I actually forgot to mention this entire time with the Issei stuff, super glue. Literally, if you just put a dab of super glue on those eyes, they're never coming off. Now, how I fish it, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a little guide hole in the nose, so you cannot mess this up. If you just follow the little guide hole in it, you will never be able to mess this thing up, okay? That hole is actually like penetrated in there. So you go in the little guide hole, get a little meat, and there's also a little back slit, boom. This is one of the best bladed jig trailers I've ever used. I've been using this, again, like the 5.5, which we're gonna get to, is brand new. Been using this 4.5 for quite a while now. Dude, I don't know what it is about it, but it almost like helps this hunt more. Especially like, I mean, if you're in the US, you guys are probably like, oh sweet, you're flexing Bumblebee. If you're using the Bumblebee with this guy, it's incredible. I know you can't buy the Bumblebee in the US. We're gonna fix that though. So, for the time being, this is my absolute all-time favorite bladed jig trailer right now. Used to be a Zako guy. I still love a Doe Live stick. There's a couple of them, but like this one has basically, I mean, I just have boxes full of stuff that I've been not using lately because this has been so good. Now, the other way you can rig this, and probably the most popular way these are thrown, is actually mid-strolling, man. These are a phenomenal, because they have that similar ribbing to that, you know, gill flat. It's super, super deep ribbing. That allows this bait to have a ton of free action. Like you can see, like this thing, I could tie this in a ball and it's gonna be fine. It's also pretty durable, pretty, like I feel like we're not replacing them a whole lot.
No, I feel like we caught a lot of fish on them and didn't have to do anything.
Exactly. And I also like the profile. Like it's bulk, but it's not bulk. So a good little combination of things. Obviously available in green pumpkin. Now, there's 2 different sizes. I'm gonna open up one of these ones too, because I've been waiting for these. So this is a brand new size that they just came out with, like pretty much right around now. This is the 5.5 inch size. Now, if we're looking for a side-by-side comparison, it's not drastic, but it does bulk the bait up a little bit, which I also like. So there is this. It's pretty drastic.
I was gonna say, dog. I remember it being crazy.
It's pretty drastic. You also lose these pectoral fins on it. Dude, I'm actually really excited to throw this tomorrow, buddy.
Yep.
So these are the 2 sizes that are available. The 5.5 looks incredible. If you want to stroll them, awesome. 5.5 inch, 4.5 inch. If you want to use them how I use them, which is on the back of a bladed jig, it's amazing. 5.5 is going to be completely normal size for bladed jig. 4.5, I mean, you can see, like it pairs up. It pairs up so good, man. We're gonna run through the colors for you guys. So we'll start here with the 4.5 inch. The first one is gonna be Baby Shiner, Reservoir Bait, Green Pumpkin Chartreuse. Obviously the Green Pumpkin that I showed you guys, Ike. And then in the 5.5 inch, we're gonna have Black, again with the Baby Shiner, Ayu, Reservoir Bait, Natural Chartreuse, and then the one that I actually took out of the package is Murakami Special. Now, obviously we didn't hit the 10K, very close. Appreciate all you guys that subbed. So that's gonna bring the prize to the exist. Everybody who is subbed is obviously still in on that. Also, if you guys are in our area, we started this channel a little over a year ago, so relatively new YouTube channel, but our shop's been open for 5 years as of May 31st. So if you guys are here on May 31st in the area, please come by. We're gonna have some food. We're just gonna hang out, talk tackle, maybe do like a little special event in stores. So looking forward to seeing whoever can come. Also, last week we said we were gonna redraw 2 of the prizes from me and Ashton going to the Keepcast Festival. Here are your 2 winners. Congratulations. You get 2 weeks to reach out to me on Instagram or by email. The email is info@tacklebros.ca. Once you reach out, once I have everybody's things, I'm gonna ship everybody's orders out at the same time. And yeah, hopefully 2 of you guys see this that won. If not, we're gonna redraw it again in 2 weeks. And then once we hit that 10K, we're gonna draw for that exist. Good luck to everybody. Thank you again so much for tuning in to this week's drop. I know it's been a long one. Thanks for hanging out.